Hi everyone, I am Dr. Anshu Mishra. I am a board certified cosmetic and plastic surgeon practicing in Dubai. And today I have got a set of questions with me which is most commonly asked during my consultations for hair transplant. So the first question is the hair transplant procedure painful? The procedure of hair transplant is done under local anesthesia. You will feel little pain during the initial pricks of the injection, but as the numbing starts to set in, the procedure will become painless and completely comfortable. The next question is, will I need time off work? I usually recommend to take minimum of 2 to 3 days off, because in the initial 48 hours there will be a dressing that will be placed in the donor area of the scalp, and by 2 days most of the healing of the donor area would happen. In the initial phase after the hair transplant there will also be little swelling, so you have to take care of yourself, and that is the time when you can rest and you can take off for a minimum of 2 to 3 days. What are the side effects of the hair transplant procedure? Like any other surgery, there can be basic complications like bleeding, there can be infection, there can be swelling. The other complication that we can see is that in the donor area there can be scarring. Normally when the grafts are harvested from the back of the scalp, the scars are as less as 1 millimeters. So normally the scarring is not noticeable, it is inconspicuous, which also improves with time. But this is one of the complications that can happen. The other is sometimes after 2 months of the procedure there can be small pustules or boils which can be seen, but they are self-limiting and within 2 to 3 weeks they settle. How long does the hair transplant procedure take? So the hair transplant procedure would take somewhere around 6 to 8 hours depending on the number of grafts which are being harvested. We try to make the entire procedure painless and as comfortable as possible. Will I have to cut my hair short? On the day of the hair transplant procedure, we trim the hair very short so that it is easy for us to harvest the grafts from the back of your scalp. Now this is very commonly asked question that I just had my hair transplant done and now I can see my hair falling. So this is a normal occurrence. All the transplanted hair, the shafts are going to fall off gradually in around 6 to 8 weeks time, and after 2 months of the hair transplant you can see the small growth of the hair. 50% of the result we will see in 6 months, whereas the final results are seen 1 year after the procedure. Can I go swimming or do strenuous activities after the procedure? You should avoid swimming, any kind of strenuous activities or even sun exposure for a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks after the hair transplant procedure. This is the time when the healing is happening, the grafts are settling. Will the results be permanent? Yes, the results of hair transplant is permanent. The transplanted hair are resistant to fall, but the normal hair loss which is happening in your existing hair might continue. So you need to take care of it by taking medications or using other modalities like PRP. Can women undergo hair transplant? Women can undergo hair transplant if they have traction alopecia, that is, there is a loss in the frontal part of your hairline, provided they have a good donor area. Who is the good candidate for a hair transplant procedure? A healthy person with no comorbidities and realistic expectations can go ahead with the hair transplant procedure. You should have a good donor area so that the hair can be redistributed in the bald areas. Anyone who is late 20s, 30s or 40 years of age can go ahead with it. So I have tried to answer most of the questions related to hair transplant procedure. If you still have queries, feel free to contact us. You can subscribe to our channel to view the other cosmetic surgery related videos. Thank you.